Just wanted to give a quick update to everybody who is watching, everyone who's going to catch us on repeat. Tomorrow is the march for Tommy Robinson. Please arrive at the UK Embassy. Tomorrow, Washington, D.C., 1 p.m. is when we're kicking this off. I want it to be peaceful. I want it to be high energy. Bring signs, wave flags, bring flowers. If you have flowers, bring flowers. Absolutely bring flowers, because we are there to stand up for freedoms. We are here to stand up for the freedom of speech and the freedom of the press. This is a jailed journalist, someone who, yes, has right-wing opinions, who, yes, has conservative outlook, who, yes, has an opinion on what is going on there. We're bringing the flowers there not for Tommy. We're bringing the flowers there for the victims of these grooming gangs that Tommy was speaking for. That's what we are bringing flowers for. So bring flowers tomorrow for the victims of these sadistic, brutal, animal gangs that Tommy Robinson has been exposing, has been raising awareness of, and has been highlighting for everyone to see. Because if Tommy wasn't out there doing this in the UK, then would people even know about it? Then would people even know that that's what was going on? So bring flowers for those victims. Bring flowers to the UK Embassy. And we're going to have flowers. That's right, it's flower power, baby. Flowers for the victims. And bring your slogans, bring your chants, bring your voices, bring your passion. We're going to sing, you know, the Tommy Robinson song. We're all going to sing that. We're going to have a couple of speakers, myself. Will Chamberlain is going to give a legal update. Cassandra Fairbanks is going to come down and talk about the importance of this. We're also going to have Ashton Whitty is going to be there to explain, you know, she was over in the UK. She's going to come back now and be a part of this here in the US. So bring your flowers. Bring it out there. Oh, Tommy, Tommy. You guys know it, right? Bring flowers tomorrow, please. If you're coming down, bring flowers. Kyle Prescott will be there as well, one of the local leaders here. So make sure that when you come, we want this to be peaceful, folks. If the embassy says they want us on the other side of the street, then we'll go to the other side of the street. If the embassy says that they want us to stay off the gates, of course we're not going to go on the gates. We're not going to go anywhere near there. But we're going to hold hands. We're going to hold up our flowers for the victims. And we're going to sing the song, and we're going to stand there united for someone who, guess what? You know, folks, I'm not a British citizen. Nobody in my family's ever been British. No British ancestry, at least that I know of. In the Posobiec clan, you know, we are Polish, right? We came to America as immigrants. But what Tommy does, and Tommy, as you know, is a former colleague of mine we both worked at Rebel Media together last year. And what we're standing up for is the ideal of freedom of speech and press that's not, you know, sanctioned by the mainstream, that's sanctioned by the establishment. We're not BBC, we're not NPR, we're not CBC, we're not given huge endowments, we're not given, you know, massive funding. Believe me, we probably lose a lot of money doing this work. We probably could make a lot more money and have our families be a lot safer, you know, in the near term, if we were doing other kinds of work than what we're doing right now, right? Because we wouldn't be making ourselves targets. But here's the thing. What Tommy's doing is standing up for what he knows is right, because he doesn't want his children to grow up in a country that he sees the UK turning into. I don't want my son growing up in a country that I fear the US could turn into. And that is why I do what I do. That is why I resigned my post from the intelligence community and came to do this. That is why I stand up against these efforts to silence speech, to silence reporting, to silence opinion. That's what we're standing for. And we would urge the judge and we would urge the officials of the UK to re-examine themselves in this case, to re-examine their priorities, to re-examine their commitment to the British people. What side are you on? What kind of country do you want to live in? What kind of society do you want for your children? You know, there's a line that we hear all the time. They say, how will you explain this to your grandchildren? How will you explain this to your grandchildren? I'll tell you right now, I know exactly how I'll explain this to my grandchildren. How will you explain to your grandchildren locking up Tommy Robinson for exposing the things that he was exposing, for speaking out when he felt it was time to speak out, and you shut him up, you issued a gag order, a reporting restriction, and you locked him away for 13 months. How will you explain that to your grandchildren? Someone explain that to me. Somebody please help me out. How do you explain that to your grandchildren? And I know that people have all different opinions on this, and I know that people have all different things they want to say. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I want people to have different opinions. I want people to disagree with me. I want people to disagree with Tommy Robinson. I want people to disagree with all of us, right? But the idea is that you can disagree and that you can debate and that you have that discussion openly and freely without the jackboot of government coming in, slapping handcuffs on someone and throwing them in the clink for a year and a half for having an opinion. That is the essence of freedom. That is the essence of liberty. And that is what we are fighting for. We're fighting for liberty in our countries. We're fighting for liberty in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our homes, in our churches. Because people can see it, and people can see it slipping away. People can feel it slipping away. And we're fighting hard for it here in America. And we've got a president who's fighting hard for it here in America. But it's a global. This movement to take away liberty is running across the globe. And if we don't do anything about it, we can't stop it. They tried with Brexit. They're working on that. We're working with Trump, but Trump is one man. And there's probably only about 50 officials or media figures that I would say here in D.C. that are helping Trump. So folks, what side are you on? Are you going to be on the side of the angels, or are you going to be on the other side? I want to be on the side of the angels. I want to be on the side of freedom. Because as we know, we didn't inherit freedom. It wasn't passed to us in the bloodstream. Freedom is something that must be fought for every generation. Or one day, we might be sitting on our porches telling our grandchildren what it was once like to live in free countries and be free men and women. Come out tomorrow, 1 p.m., British Embassy, Washington, D.C. I want to see everybody there. I want to see the flowers for the victims. I want to see the signs. I want to see the flags. That's what I want to see out there. We're going to sing it, Oh, Tommy, Tommy, 1 p.m. tomorrow. I will see you there.